Are you a lifelong fan of General Hospital?
Are you a new fan who wants to know more about the history of the show?
Do you enjoy talking about the show with others?
Do you find yourself yelling at the TV?
Is your self-care an hour a day in Port Charles?
If so, we invite you to join hosts
Amanda Kimmel
and Shannon Coach at the place where all the hidden conversations take place and secrets are revealed.
Meet us at Pier 54,
a General Hospital fan podcast. Hello.
Hi.
Welcome to the General Hospital recap for August 26th through 30th, 2024. I don't think we had any Port Charles pipeline. Hold on a second. Let me look. Oh, I guess I could talk about the fact that I got my little maxi purse.
Yes.
It's so cute. I haven't moved in yet, but
okay.
I haven't used it.
I was impressed with that shipping, man.
Well, they said that it was going to ship by the 28th and it arrived on the 28th.
That was super fast.
The Deceptor itself, it's already shipped. And I think, what day did it shipped on the 28th. So they held to its word. It should be here by the 31st.
Oh my gosh.
That's tomorrow. So I'll be trying it.
A full review.
Yes. So I'm excited for it though. So I was actually just thinking about, you know how like I got like really into a good skincare routine during shutdown.
Right.
And then did not stick with it. But I'm like, I really need to get back to that. So now I have even extra motivation, I guess.
Sure. I want you to say it's awesome so that I can get one. I need a recommendation from you before Ryan will let me purchase it.
Yes, I will definitely tell you how I think it's working. I mean, it's probably going to take a month or so for me to really be able to tell, but I will try my best.
You can just fib and say it's awesome, and then I'll be like, Shannon said it's awesome, so I have to buy one.
We'll see. We'll see how that goes. All right. So this week's 411, we are doing part 1 of Lucky.
Which you can just hear your excitement in that recording because that was like your first real storyline.
It was. I love him. I'm really enjoying the show right now.
I love him.
I do. Well, it was funny because when you were thinking about like, how are we going to port this weekend or whatever? I mean, so it's Friday night, guys. We actually recorded the 411 yesterday. I was like, I should ask JD to watch this week. And I told Erica, I was like, do you want to record? Because Lucky's back. So I was like, JD's going to sit there and be like, who the heck is this guy?
Yeah, he may not appreciate you just sitting there the whole time. I love this guy. I love this guy.
Like, I've loved him longer than I've loved you. All right. So yes, we are getting started with Lucky Part 1. It's kind of shorter just because the write-up that we had is kind of split and we're not really sure how long it really went. I still don't know because I haven't even looked at the recording actually. But it might be a little longer next week. Who knows? I hope that he sings when he's back.
Oh, I hope so too.
Well, I mean, we are totally going to be playing the song that he wrote for Elizabeth when we get to that part, right? Like that's just not like, no kidding. We are playing Elizabeth. All right. Okay. So for Hulu headlines, on Monday, Tracy is shaken. Laura embarks on a mission. Anna enlists Robert's help. Jason hears Brennan out. Brook Lynn has an emotional talk with Chase. So I watched Monday and Tuesday, like the night of, and then I just watched Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday today. And I'm like, man, I thought that Jason talked to Brennan last week. Tuesday, Elizabeth and Carly are dumbstruck. Laura delivers dire news. Molly confides in Dex. Rick visits Alexis, and Tracy lashes out. On Wednesday, Laura makes a big decision. Anna makes her case to Brennan. Sonny's suspicions are confirmed. Ava is alarmed. Kristina contacts Jason. Well, that's a spoiler because we didn't know who she called.
Right.
Okay. Thursday, Kristina is devastated. Sonny makes a stunning offer. Drew gets a shocking call. Dante opens up to Olivia. Portia and Curtis discuss the future. Whatever. And then on Friday, Carly puts pressure on Sonny. Alexis faces off with John. Anna is persuasive. Michael worries about Willow. And Ava is frightened. So what do you want to start with?
Try not to let my hatred of current Jagger be the whole point behind this week's episode because I just don't like him. So do you want to start with Monday of Brennan making his offer to Jason?
Sure. So
we called Carly there first. Brennan called Carly there, and she's like, "What do you want with me now?" And he's like, "Oh, I'm just using you. Sorry."
But okay, so I was confused by this. Like, did Jason follow Carly there, or did he also call Jason there? And it was supposed to be he saw Carly there.
I think that he called Jason to say, "Hey, I have Carly coming down," so that Jason would be scared. Then I don't know. I don't know how or why he knew to follow Carly to Brennan's office.
And then, like, I don't think Jason sees Brennan as a threat. I feel like he sees him more of kind of an annoyance, but not like where he would feel that like Carly was unsafe with him. Like, he knows that there's something there, but I don't think that he thinks it's dangerous, if that makes any sense. Like,
yeah, I felt like it was weird, almost like Brennan was trying to make Jason mad, like, "Hey, I'm flirting with your girl," but Jason and Carly aren't actually together, and Carly flirted with Brennan, but that was only for information. I don't think that Carly has any actual interest in Brennan, especially if she had to pick between him and Jason, like Jason all day. So I just didn't understand why he set it up that way. And then he was like, "Well, I just knew that Jason would come if you were here." I feel like he would have showed up and listened to you anyway without Carly being there. And he said no. Like, you should have known he was going to say no. He's only in the coffee business.
Right. Well, and especially since he hasn't seen him since Carly was exonerated or charges dropped, however you phrase it. So I feel like it would be something Jason did would be to Brennan's already asked him to work with him or work for him, with him, whatever. There's a difference, but like to work with him. No, because actually, I think Brennan actually said that to him this week. "I don't want you to work for me. I want you to work with me." Right?
Yes.
Okay. So they actually had that exact conversation.
Right. Because he was like, "I don't want to be a WSB agent." And he was like, "I'm not really asking you to be a WSB agent. I have stuff on the side that I do."
But he was like, "You didn't do that stuff for Carly at my request, so I don't owe you anything."
Right.
You just felt the need to do it. So that's on you. I don't owe you a thing. But then Brennan mentions that the reason he did this stuff for Carly was to kind of show Jason that he's a good guy.
Right. And I feel like Jason was like, "No, you did that stuff because you think Carly is cute and you wanted her to like have dinner with you and maybe have a relationship. Like, it had nothing to do with me."
I actually think it had to do with the kids. I really, really, really think that there is something there because then we see Brennan later in the week doing extra work because of Lulu.
True.
Yeah. So I think that there is definitely, kind of like Sonny protecting his family. He understands it's not always business. Sometimes it is personal stuff and whatever. I love his office, though. I feel like it's kind of a throwback to the computer room. Because they don't need to have all those screens.
Yep. Ryan was sitting next to me. I was like, "Can we get a chair like that?" And he was like, "Sure." I was like, "I really like that."
That is. We'll have to see if we can find it as an seen on TV type thing. Maybe that'll be on the show. Home and Heart Network soon. That'd be an expensive one. That's going to be like $1,000. You know that.
That's okay. We can treat ourselves.
But with your promo code from Pier 54, you can get free shipping.
There you
Call
go.
us. All right. I don't know where that really takes us because Brennan was kind of broken up during the week. And then that didn't really go anywhere either.
Yeah, it was another week where they just gave us like baby pieces to move us along in storylines other than the big stuff.
Well, Carly went to Anna asking what Brennan wants with Jason. And Anna thought that he was only interested in Carly, like you were saying, like he just thinks she's cute. But then she's like, "No, he just keeps wanting to talk to Jason. So what is going on?" Because Jason is still being kind of blackmailed by Kate. So what's going on with Brennan? I think that Carly was wondering, are they working together? Like, is this Brennan's trying to one up Kate's and be like, "Hey, no, you really have to work for him," or what? But Anna said that she thinks that Brennan wants Jason in the field and he'll just take the credit for it. And he'll go like under the radar.
Right, since Jason wouldn't be an agent.
Yeah.
But everyone should know that Jason's not getting involved with any of that stuff. Like, we saw Dante have a horrible experience with his work for the WSB, why would Jason want to jump in on that?
Right. I mean, and they know that all these people know each other.
Right.
Brennan even said it. We wind up here all the time.
Yeah.
Like, so my back was hurting. Sorry.
That's okay. And then what else did Brennan do? Oh, Brennan had the conversation with Laura about, can you help me find Lucky? And he's like, oh, I'll see. And she like called him out and was like, dude, you know, you have people all over the world. And so it would take you like 3 phone calls to figure out where he is. But I didn't like that. Well,
he did have a good point, though. The kind of work that he's doing.
They move around a lot.
Yeah.
But he could get a general idea. And he did. It was like, what, an hour later or so? It felt like she was shocked at how fast he called. And then she had a location. But I thought it was stupid that Laura, is the one that wants to go find him. And that Kevin is like, sure, I'll just go with you. We're going to leave Ace with Tracy, someone that he like doesn't know, and stranger.
Girl, you just jumped the whole way to Friday. You missed the whole lead up to all that.
I'm jumping because it made me angry. I was mad.
Why are you mad that Laura's going to get her son?
No.
Who else would go right now, though?
I don't know.
Well, maybe a mother would go get her son. And like Laura said, the Quartermaines have how many nannies? They have 2.
Okay.
And she's not going to take Ace with her.
No, she's not going to take Ace with her, but I feel like we could find someone else. Like, why are we not calling up Spinelli and having him look for some intel to get us some more information of exactly where Lucky is? Because he can do more than the WSB. And then hiring someone else.
I feel like it's still going to come down to the mom thing. Because she doesn't want somebody else telling Lucky, your sister's just about dead.
Okay, but she's also not like 20 anymore. She's going to go to these camps and just be like, hey, I'm looking for my son because my daughter's dying, blah, blah, blah. And they're going to be like, oh, sure, ma'am, here, right this way. No.
I'm kind of excited to see adventurous Laura come back for a minute.
No, I thought they would send Anna.
I did think that that's what was going to happen when Anna was sitting there kind of listening. Well, okay, so hold it. Back it up real quick.
Okay.
Laura goes to whatever prison he's in and listens to Nicholas cry. And then he gets
tested. I skipped over that because that was annoying.
All he does is cry.
Yes. To his mommy as a grown man. It's not attractive.
But I don't know. So I did, hold it. I actually did because, okay, hold it. Let's just go back to the beginning of Lulu. Hold on a second, because we didn't even did we even know that she had a diagnosis of cirrhosis?
Yeah.
We knew it was her liver.
I was going to say, I guess we didn't know that it was cirrhosis, but we knew that it was her liver because we had the conversation on if she could get a transplant or not. And this week they did enlighten us that no, she could not from the registry, but if someone wanted to direct donate, then they could.
Right. So Laura went to Flatland prison. And according to Google, bone marrow and liver usually are, but it's not a guarantee that because you're a match for one thing, you're a match for another.
Okay.
And then we find out that he's not a match because his own liver is functioning fine for him, but not enough for him to donate.
Right.
So he tells her, Mom, you must go find Lucky and bring him home. Really? You didn't think she thought of that one?
Right. Oh, your other brother, her full sibling, maybe he could help?
Right. But it was Laura tells Liz and Sam and Dante. Laura and Liz tell Sam and Dante about Lulu's psoriasis and that she needs a liver transplant. Oh, it was Portia who told them that they have a diagnosis also. And Portia brought up that the whole reason they didn't catch it is because the fatigue, the loss of appetite, abdominal pain, she wouldn't have been presenting.
Right. She obviously couldn't complain about any of those things.
Because then Laura goes to Anna and is like, I need you to find Valentine. I need Charlotte to come back. And then that's where Laura thought Laura had gone to Brennan asking him to find Valentine, right?
Right. But I think that Anna is crazy because I think that Laura just wanted Charlotte back because she needs to be around in case something happens to her mom, that she gets time to say goodbye and whatever. And then Anna jumped to, well, can Charlotte donate? Because that means that I really have to go find them.
Oh, see, I thought it was both.
And I think that Anna jumped to that conclusion. I don't think that that's where Laura was going. I don't think Laura would ask.
I was thinking that about Laura, though. Like, but Charlotte's old enough. She's mature.
I'm not saying that they wouldn't.
She would want to.
She would want to. Like, it would be her idea. But I don't think it's the same as kind of like whenever she went to Nicholas, it was like, you have no choice. I know that he does, but she went to him like, you have to do this. I feel like for Charlotte, she's going, or Rocco, either one, she's going to be like, do you want to get tested? Do you want to try? Like, this is a big decision.
Mm-hmm. So apparently, I wrote a lot of Nicholas crying, but sorry. But according to, and it's Wikipedia, so I mean, but it just wound up being that you can donate biological tissues or organs from an incarcerated individual to living recipients in need of a transplant. Prisons typically do not allow inmates to donate organs as living donors to anyone but immediate family members. There is no law against prisoner organ donation. However, the transplant community has discouraged use of prisoners' organs since the early 1990s due to concern over prisons' high-risk environment for infectious disease.
That is so funny because I just watched an episode after. I don't know if it does it for you. I don't know what comes up in your queue, but after I watched General Hospital the past week or so, it automatically brings up that show, The Good Doctor. And there was a inmate who had killed all these people. So to redeem himself, he wanted to donate his organ. And then they couldn't do it because he was allergic to the anesthesia. And so he ended up killing himself so that they would then take his organs. And I was like, I didn't know that inmates can't be on the donor list. And now look, here's General Hospital bringing it up too.
I mean, I understand because they might be okay, but I mean, you can't even donate blood if you have been, right?
Right.
Like at least within the past year. And then there is something where like death row inmates are not allowed to, I think death row inmates aren't allowed to. I could be wrong about that one too, though. So like for him to have taken his own life just so he could donate, like, did it work?
It did.
Or was it for, okay, well, good. So it wasn't for nothing, but
yeah,
it was.
He was an organ donor, so they got like a bunch of stuff off of him and saved a bunch of people. And so that was how it went. But I do, like, I understand the idea of we don't want to use it for the chance of infection, but I also think that if I was dying, like I might want to be like, let's search everywhere instead of me dying. Like you're cutting off a lot of population by saying that inmates can't donate. It should be like a screening process here. But anyway, Nicholas would have been able to donate because he is related by family, but his liver function was not up to par.
Right. So then he had to inform Laura that he has. Then who was it? Sam offered to get tested. Dante offered to get tested.
Carly and Joss, and then Joss.
Carly and Joss. Oh, and we learned that this week too. Is that if you have been a recipient, you cannot donate.
Mm-hmm. That was a nice touching.
All kinds of stuff this week.
Right. It is an educational show. I did like the touching moment between Carly and Liz where they were like, oh yeah, remember whenever Jocelyn had to get the transplant? That was a horrible time.
The touching moment, you mean the moment where they dodged the fact that Luke had killed his grandson, and so then they had to ask Liz for her son's kidney, and then 15 years later, we're going to laugh it off like, oh, I remember that night my son died, and then I'm so thankful he just came back.
I agree that Luke killed him like it was all Luke's fault, because Elizabeth had some guilt there that as any mother would feel, that the kid was out of the house and in the road to be hit.
Right.
So, but yeah, it was.
Well, no, I mean, that was a really powerful scene because remember, Lucky went to the Haunted Star and confronted him and Luke was drunk.
Right.
But I mean, the tiptoeing around it was kind of weird because I'm sitting there like, all right, is someone going to mention Jake? Because Carly's like, oh, that was a hard night for you too. You think? And then Carly looks over. Oh, what was it? Liz said something about, a lot of really bad stuff ties them together. And Carly looks over his shoulder and is like, and here comes one of them, and it's Rick.
Yes.
So then I kind of really liked this reintroduction to them because Carly's getting all snarky with Rick, and he just ignores her and looks down at Liz and is like, hi, it's nice to see you. You okay?
Yeah. Yeah, that was like a totally weird interaction. Like, hi, it's nice to see you. Like, we're going to stand in the hospital and have a completely normal conversation. And Liz is like, can you please just like leave me alone? Like, I don't want to have a conversation with you.
Well, it's when Carly was giving him a hard time and he's like, I am in town for an infant's funeral. Can you just stop for a second?
And then they're like, oh, like whenever you tied me up and had me in a cell basically when I was pregnant.
Right.
Yeah. You had a lot of sympathy for me then.
That was 20 years ago, Carly.
Oh, that's crazy.
Was it 20 years ago? I don't think it was 20 years ago, but yeah.
Was she pregnant with Joss? I thought she was pregnant with...
She lost the baby, didn't she?
Oh, yeah.
She was pregnant with Morgan? We literally just did this 411.
Yeah, she didn't lose the baby. Liz lost the baby. Remember, that's why he was stealing.
Liz lost the baby. That's why he was stealing.
So that would have been Morgan, I think. No?
It might have been Joss. No, because she was with Sonny. Hold on.
Yeah, it had to be Morgan because Cameron is older than Joss.
Yeah.
And Elizabeth then went on to hook up with Xander, and that's when she got pregnant with Cameron.
Right.
And Joss is with Jax. He wanted to steal Sonny's.
I know, that's what I was saying, because that's why I said no, she was with Sonny.
Yeah. Okay. Hold on. I love when we talk ourselves through all of this.
Okay, let's get baby. How did we literally just do this and we forget? Like, we released it yesterday.
I would like to know how many people are screaming at us right now in their cars or wherever they're listening to us. Like, why do you guys not remember this?
Sonny told Rick that Carly and the baby would come home. Okay, so there's a baby. I think it was Morgan.
Yeah, it had to have been Morgan.
Okay, real quick. Why did I do this one? What year did that happen? 2003. Oh my gosh, it was 20 years ago.
Oh, wow.
It was 21 years ago. Oh, boy.
Okay.
And Morgan Corinthos was born October 24th, 2003. Okay, so yeah, it was Morgan. That would have been the easier way to do it. So anyway.
Then we wouldn't have got to have this fun conversation.
I know. Thanks for sticking with us, guys. We've all been there. We've all done it. So then we see that Rick goes to Heather. Where's Scott? I mean, Jason didn't actually do something with Scott, right?
Did Scott hear Jason and like run away for his own protection? Because we do,
that's what I was wondering.
Did someone else take him? Because we do see that he was carrying groceries because he was going to take the pharmacy guy to Windermere, and then the groceries were spilled.
Oh,
like the bag wasn't set down nicely. Like, oh crap, I better get out of here. And the groceries were spilled. So did someone take them? Who took them then?
Huh. I don't know.
Would that have been Kate's having somebody from the FBI take him so that he couldn't help Ava? So he wouldn't realize he wouldn't tell Ava not to go with Kate's?
Oh, okay. Okay.
Even though Sonny told her that and she was still stupid and went.
But she would believe Scott over Sonny right now because Scott's never done what Sonny would do to her or has done to her.
Yeah, but I don't know that Scott would have been that smart to put all the pieces together to know that Kate was going to kill her. No,
because he still sees him as Karen's Jagger, I think.
Right.
Okay. I don't know. I really don't know. Maybe it's that Boyle lady. I do like Sam's support of Dante, though. Like, she's doing a really good job. She tells... Well, I was just going to say, like, she's asking, how's Rocco handling it? And he's like, I haven't told him yet because I don't really know how to. And she's like, well, you just take care of Rocco and I'll take care of both of you. I'm like, oh.
Yeah.
Do you know what was driving me the most maddening earlier in the week?
What?
Chase's complete obliviousness to Tracy. Out there planting Vinkas. First of all, wrong season to be starting them. But ignoring her as they're talking about Chase is not a dumb man. He knows that Tracy was married to Luke.
Right.
He knows how genealogy works.
Right.
Why would he be standing there telling Brook Lynn, Lulu's going to die, essentially. And then when Tracy walks by them with tears in her eyes, he's like, what's that about?
Mm-hmm.
It's like, what do you think's going on?
And then Brook Lynn's like, let me tell you about my past and how I was jealous of the fact that Tracy was so close to Lulu. And so then I tried to hook up with Dante. And he's like, what?
Right?
Some secrets don't need to be shared, Brook Lynn. Let's just keep that to ourselves.
Well, apparently there's a bigger secret from before Carly even knew.
Right.
And I stand corrected. You can actually plant vincas in the fall. I realized I just said that without actually knowing. I've just only ever planted them in the spring. I just want to let our gardening enthusiasts know that's
right. Just for an educational
I've corrected myself. Too. I have corrected myself.
Oh.
But yeah, it was really, really, really weird to me that he was just so oblivious.
Yeah.
I mean, he might not be aware of how close they were, but he knows that she would have been her stepmother.
Right.
He might not know that Laura was not available for a long time, and so Lulu really only had Tracy. But yeah. Oh, and we've been hearing a lot about Monica this week, and apparently they're having a big dinner, and I'm not liking this vibe.
No. Michael taking her to the doctor. But I mean, she must have been, whatever the doctor said mustn't have concerned him too much because he got out of the car to have his conversation and let Yuri take Monica in.
Well, so there's nothing Yuri wouldn't do for Monica.
True. But you would understand if it was a horrible report that Michael would be like, oh my gosh, grandmother, let me tend to you.
Right.
So let's just keep it there. Happy thoughts.
I'm like, there really was. All right. So keep going with Lulu.
So what else? Lulu. Everybody's getting tested. And then that was whenever.
Oh, she called Robert for help.
Yes. And I did like how whenever she talked to Brennan, whenever Laura was talking to Brennan, she was like, the WSB owes me a favor. Okay. My family has done so much for you guys.
Look up the Ice Princess. But that wasn't WSB related. That was just Cassadine. Well, they were preemptive WSB.
Yes.
So then I think that might have been kind of it-ish.
Right. Because now we're just waiting for Lucky to come back or just somebody to pop up as a match.
Yeah. Oh, I did like Tracy going and offering her support to them and saying, well, what do you need? Do you need the jet?
Right.
You know, and I like
no,
that.
Just watch my kid.
And after, Chase, the first thing that she did was she went to Laura.
Yes.
After she had no one else to talk to, she went to Laura and was like, I will do whatever you need. Just find her, get her help. Yeah, Kevin's going to go along with her. They're so cute.
No, that was stupid. He should have stayed back with Ace. What is he going to do to protect her?
That's kind of fair. She should just bring Robert.
Yeah, or just send Anna and Robert.
But he's the DA right now, so he can't.
Somebody can cover for him. She's the mayor. How is she allowed to just leave?
She has a deputy mayor.
Okay. We've seen how well that works before when she leaves a deputy mayor in charge.
That is true. But we know Jordan's not going to double cross her, so we're good.
I guess, but I just don't see how she's leaving. And I don't see how it's healthy to leave poor Ace, whose mom died, and everybody else that took care of him with any type of stability he was moved around from and everything. And now we're just like, here, go stay with these nannies. They'll be fine.
He'll be okay for a week or two. He's going to play with the kids. Poor little Violet, though. She's like, I'm so sorry that I bothered you last night.
Yeah. And you don't have to bother doing my hair. It's okay. I'll just keep it like this. And Brooklyn's like, what are you talking about? Of course I want to make you all cute. And then Violet gets right to the point and is like, well, talking about our growing family, when are you guys going to do something to help it out?
Right.
That was
and then they just look at each other and are like, yeah, we do want kids. Okay, good.
Right. Hurry up and do that. Oh my God, their baby will be so beautiful.
Oh
my gosh. They're going to have to do some real like searching for the perfect kid to be their baby. Like they found Donna for Sonny,
mm-hmm.
the actress that plays Donna, for Sonny to be a perfect match. They're going to have to do some good research there, find someone perfect.
Yeah, I guess they're all having like a big sleepover or whatever it is that they're doing. And
What is the family dinner for?
That's what I'm saying. Monica called this family dinner. I don't like where it's going. I feel like she's probably...
Well, I thought it was to celebrate Drew Q for you.
Well, yeah, because she missed the picnic or whatever it was, and she wants to, but there's a different vibe because now she wants everyone dressed up.
Yeah, I don't know what she's doing.
I wonder if she's going to give the house to Olivia.
No. Tracy
did
did say Monica's house this week.
I know.
When she's talking to Laura, she's like, I will take Ace to Monica's house. And I was like, why are you calling it Monica's house? You never do that. Stop.
Mm-hmm. That's the thing. Like, I really do. I feel like, I don't know. We know Leslie Charleston's been having health issues. So
yes,
are they doing what I don't want it to happen, but are they doing what they did with Bobby? They knew that Jackie was going away, and then they made that nurses ball all about her because it was her 45th anniversary, right? It was the same year.
Yeah, I don't see her giving the house to Olivia, though. I would give it to Tracy. Really? I think she would finally give it to Tracy. Like they could have some sentimental playbacks of through the years, and then she could be like, Tracy, I want it to be official that it is your house again, like back in the Quartermaine name and all of that.
Alan bought it for her, though, as Monica Quartermaine.
I know, but like...
It wasn't the family's house.
It was not the family's house, but Tracy always objected to it. Like it should have gone from Alan to another bloodline Quartermaine.
I never understood that because he worked for his own money. It's not like he was spending his inheritance on it.
Well, I mean, they were divorced and cheating how many times? So...
But when he bought it for her, they were married.
I understand that. I mean, I'm with you all day. He told her that
she could keep it in the divorce in the first one.
I'm with you all day that the original wife is entitled to everything. But I think that Tracy was saying since bad things had happened in their marriage that it should have just gone to another bloodline Quartermaine. So I think that Monica will give it to Tracy.
I guess we'll see. I don't want it to even be discussed. I just want it to be, hey, we're just having dinner. And I don't know.
But yeah, I didn't understand what the point of it was. Because it was like Monica's having this big family dinner and like everyone's invited and whatever. And then I thought it was about...
I think we're not going to know anything about it until next week.
Yeah. Well, obviously, because this week's over.
Well, there's that. But like, no, like I did think that I thought Friday's episode was going to be the dinner. You know how sometimes like they'll do one standalone, but obviously it didn't. So
no, because dinner's still held up because Willow can't show up.
I'm just over it.
I just want to say that I feel like someone was listening and heard me talk about how much fireworks and rain can get someone in the mood. And they're like, here, Willow, you have to lose all control if there's fireworks or rain.
Now, you never mentioned rain because if we talked about rain, I would 100% agree with that.
I have talked
and Kenny
about
Chesney, because I would...
Oh my,
Kenny Chesney's song. Well, Kenny Chesney has his song, There's Something Sexy About the Rain. And I love that song.
Yes.
Yeah, we've definitely never discussed rain.
I know I brought it up 4th of July because they said the fireworks and the rain, the two combined.
No, you said if you could lie naked under fireworks, you would be in heaven.
And the rain.
I don't think you mentioned the rain.
I did. I'm telling you I did. Re-listen.
You re-listen and find it.
Go back and re-listen.
I've already re-listened.
Our own podcast.
I already listened to it. You find it. I listened to it 3 times.
You didn't retain my true life segment enough. But anyway.
I don't know. I mean, obviously that's a common thing if Kenny wrote a song about it, though.
Right. But Willow, yeah.
I mean, the Thunder Rolls, I guess, is going to have... Well, no, that's about abuse. Never mind.
Yeah.
It's dumb. It's pointless. It makes no sense. That's it.
Yeah. if Drew cared about her as much as he says that he does, then he wouldn't be helping blow up her family. Because it's not just her family, it's his family, because that's his nephew.
Right.
So you can like lust after someone and not act on it. That's allowed.
But it's also just even the fact that she would be lusting after him is not believable. Like there was nothing there that actually led up to it until she got her hair cut.
Yeah.
You know, is that the signal?
I guess.
But it was all because McConkey died, which surprised Drew. And I'm not trying to be insensitive, but the man was not running again because he was sick and knew he was dying.
Right. It wasn't like he got in a horrific car accident or something that you should be shocked by. I understand hoping that he had more time, but he was backing you for this election because he knew he was not going to be able to serve his position when the next term came up.
Right. Period. End of sentence. Well, and then he says about how he's been a mentor. Dude, you've known him for 3 months. I'm not saying you cannot have some kind
of father figure. He kept talking about Alan. I think they said Alan's name more, Willow and him, than we said during our entire 4-1 series on Alan. Like that was how many times.
The 12 part.
Yes, that was how many times. I hope Alan would be proud of me. Well, I never met Alan, but I'm sure Alan would be proud of you. But and I was like, oh my God, stop.
But that was the thing though. I don't think Willow said she never met him. She just kept talking like she knew him.
No, she did say she never met him.
Did she?
Okay. She never met him, but she knew that he would be proud. But they just kept like on and on. Like I seriously think they said Alan like 1,000 times in a half-second conversation. And I was like, what? Where is this coming from? We're not going to compare McConkey to Alan. You didn't know Alan and you didn't know McConkey that well. So what are you doing?
Right.
Is like McConkey was the dad I never had because I never knew Alan and he was my dad. But McConkey I've only really known for 3 months.
Right. And I mean, you definitely can have
look
a close relationship and everything. Yeah. But I feel like to have, and there's a difference between the way that Drew was talking about him was like we've been talking about, you know, like the more parental figure, the more lifelong mentorship.
Right. He saw something in me, like he said, like when Drew was 12, like, oh, I see this in you. Right. You should go on. It was 3 months ago.
Right. And then, but then like, if you want to say career mentor, sure. Except for you had never even considered this until you stole Jordan's idea for a parking lot. Right.
And that suddenly makes you perfect. Like you're the perfect person for this.
Yeah. So I don't know. But yeah, so Willow and Drew are kissing and making out and Michael's calling her because there's a storm outside and she's not even thinking, gee, my husband's probably concerned because I'm not answering my phone. I mean, I get worried when JD like doesn't answer his phone and it's a bad accident or like a bad storm or something, you know?
Right.
Maybe not answering it, but like if I at least don't know he's okay, you know, I'll shoot him a text or something and say, hey, hope you're okay. And if I don't hear something, then I'll call.
Right.
Poor Michael. He's just, I don't like it.
Yeah. Like for once I feel bad for Michael because he's there with the kids. He came home, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I'm sorry, you kind of have to say it. Poor Nina.
No.
She's been trying to keep Drew away from Willow.
Oh my God. The way she's been trying is so hard. She's sacrificing so much.
But she still has been, but then she's also now getting played too. Like that's disgusting.
I'm not going to feel bad for Nina.
I do.
Okay. If someone needs an attractive man like Drew to stay away from someone else and I need to provide services like Nina has, I won't be that upset.
I don't like where it's going. I mean, the whole family is going to turn on Willow.
Right.
And Drew.
Right.
So.
But Drew at least is like going to move away. Like he's going to move away to do his political career. Willow has 2 kids with Michael. She can't not be back and forth.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So The whole thing is just stupid.
Yeah.
She should have said, Nina's going to be at the Quartermaines. Let's go there for dinner like we're supposed to. And like Nina can comfort you since I know you've been getting comfort from her.
She doesn't know. Willow doesn't know. Willow doesn't know about Nina. Nina knows about Willow.
That's right. Nina knows about Willow. Oh, crap. Okay. You're right.
Yeah, because...
that's going to be so... Oh, that's going to be so cringe. Almost as cringe as Sonny and Dante talking and Sonny being like, oh, yeah, Sam's a good one. I'm glad you have her.
Thank you. I was thinking the same thing, and I'm like, just don't let Dante say, yeah, Dad, I know you know what you're talking about.
Right. Anyone's lucky to have Sam, wink, wink. Like, what are you guys doing? It was awful. I yelled at the TV, like, please stop. This is gross.
I did think it was sweet that Sonny was going to talk to all the kids.
Yeah, but I felt like it was weird that no one kind of called him out on what's going on. Like, why are you asking these questions? Except for kind of Lois. Like, well, of course I'll take care of them. What are you talking about?
But he masked it behind, I know that I was going through a difficult time. I know that you know my medication was messed up, but I'm still really sorry about my behavior. I hope you can forgive me. You know, I really value our relationship. Like, and that was kind of the message that he had with all of them. Right. Was, I know that things got difficult, but thank you. And basically, I love you, you know? Right. So I don't think anyone would have thought, what the heck is happening right now? Because they're just like, okay, Michael said it. This is the man that I know was in there.
Yes. Then that was sweet when Carly walked in and was like, I've been waiting for this. I've been praying for you guys to reconcile.
She should have 100% picked up on it, though.
Yes.
But he didn't say anything to her. He said, I want to make sure that things don't go left unsaid. And I was like, okay, so if I definitely thought that he was going to say something about always going to love her or something like that, right. You know, he did say that, he did say something about the fact that she knew what she was talking about. And he knows that she would never, they of course hurt each other, but that is like something she would not do.
Right. Because they had talked earlier at his house and he said, I understand now you weren't trying to keep Donna from me. You were trying to protect me and Donna.
Yes.
Because
thank you.
You didn't want Donna to see me like that.
Yeah.
So.
Well, and then we saw, I guess that might have been like a little foreshadowing because Donna said, it's nice to have you back. And then a couple days later, we saw him going around and saying, essentially what could have been goodbyes, because I don't think he knew for 100% that he was going to make it.
Right.
So we don't have to get to that right now, but because we have to get there.
We have to back up to Kristina. Okay. So, John was just like a jerk the whole week. He goes to her house again to arrest her because he's tacking on charges now of manslaughter for her own. I
told you that's what it was going to be.
You were right, but it's so gross. Like, how do you do that to someone?
Absolutely is.
It's so gross. And
you're blinded by vengeance. I mean, that happens.
And I felt bad for poor Dex. He's like, I don't know what to do. The FBI guy is yelling at me, but I don't want to leave Kristina with this. So that was sweet. Dex was sweet this week. Well, I guess we saw him talk to Molly too. So he had even more insight into the Kristina stuff.
Yeah. That's true. I forgot about that because then he saw Molly when he was out for a run and he saw Molly on a bench kind of just like staring down at the ground and asked if she was okay. He's like, I can get you water or something like that. And she's like, no, I'm just not okay, you know. And then he shared something. I mean, he shared basically about his family and that he always saw his mom being hurt physically. And what was it that he said? He said something about...
He said to her, because she was talking about how Alexis always comforts Kristina and Kristina needs this and needs that and no one was ever there for her. And he said, but have you told your mom that you need her like that too? Because she may not know. And she had already had that conversation with Rick of like, they're going to just expect me to apologize and move on and be fine. But I don't know how to forgive her for this. And mom's just going to be how she always is. So it was Dex that kind of made her see like, maybe you need to say something because your mom may not realize.
Yeah, but Molly has said things before. Obviously, never to this extreme.
Right.
But I completely understand what Molly is saying because I'm expected to be the rational one, the responsible one, and it's okay, just run me over as long as you don't get hurt.
Right.
I've really, really understood every single thing that Molly was saying.
Yeah, but I was glad that she
sometimes
went to Alexis.
stinks being the responsible one. You know what? The responsible ones still need help. They still need support.
Yes. But I was glad that she went to Alexis herself because then Rick had gone and was like, you're going to lose your daughter. Like, pay attention. And she was like, I can't listen to you because even though it makes sense, you have been such a horrible dad and person your entire life. I just can't listen to your rational thoughts. And then Molly walked in and was like, yeah, dad didn't need to come here. I can tell you, I need you to be here for me too.
But at the same time, Molly only just decided that she was going to do that, even though she has told her in other ways that she does need her. I mean, this is not the first time that they've had this exact fight. Right. It's a different circumstance that they're having this fight over, and it's way more extreme. And Molly's like, seriously, can you just please pay attention to me? Because this is devastating for me too.
Right.
So, but just hearing Alexis being like, she'll be fine. And I'm like,
yeah.
So I did like that Alexis took it to heart though and listened to her. Yes. And Molly asked her for clarification of what those custody papers were. And Alexis told her, Kristina wasn't necessarily going to be taking her away and I was not going to be helping her. And I wish that she had said, remember when Kristina told you that she was going to do this to keep the baby for you?
Right. Right. She was trying to protect your rights, not hers at that moment.
Yeah. Although later on, we do see Kristina telling Sonny and Alexis about Adela.
Mm-hmm.
And Sonny was touched.
Meant to be her baby.
Yeah.
That was what she said. She was meant to be my baby. So
that's just hard. Like the whole thing is.
Well, Alexis warned everyone. It was a bad idea. So
she did.
And I would think that even Molly understands the way that Alexis had to be there for Kristina this week with everything going on at the police station because Jagger was just ridiculous.
Right. Well, and that's the thing is that Molly might be having her theories about, because I said that it was going to be Rick and Molly or Molly and TJ that were going to charge Kristina with manslaughter, not John. I was not picked. That was not the route that I was going down.
Right.
I was going down. Rick's going to help Molly and TJ fight for civil liability, whatever, manslaughter. But it's John doing it where she was witness tampering, therefore it's a federal crime and
right,
on a federal case.
On.
Right. And who knew that one?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm glad I don't know all my misdemeanors and my federal laws. Like what?
I was just thinking we need like an FBI consultant here. Tell me, is this true?
I know somebody that is retired from the FBI.
I might need them to tell me what all can we tack on.
I don't know exactly what he did. I'll have to ask my friend because when she finally, so she doesn't really tell people that that's what her husband did.
Mm-hmm.
And then when she told me, I was like, oh, I know that you really like me because you probably had me checked out. So, but yeah, he's retired. Just remember, most of my friends are not my age. So, yeah, because how many times did he arrest her this week? Twice?
He had tried another time, but I think it was actually only twice that he like brought her in, and it was ridiculous. Mm-hmm. And then he gets Sonny to say, or actually Alexis gets Sonny to say that he'll turn himself in, and so then he'll let Kristina go. And even then, John's like, we'll take Kristina down to the cell and keep her there until I bring in my other suspect, blah, blah, blah. And Anna finally is like, dude, I don't know what games you're playing, but we don't have that space, especially in the middle of this storm. So pick what you're doing. Like either focus on this person or go after the other person, but you can't have it both ways. And then he was like, fine, you can take Kristina home. Kristina, don't leave town.
Right. And then what does Kristina do? As soon as Alexis walks in to make her some tea, she grabs Alexis's keys and goes to Sonny's and opens the safe and gets out the gun.
How did she know the combination to that? She didn't even guess. Like, I thought she was going to put in, like, a couple of their birthdays, and then it was going to pop open.
Maybe she tried her birthday first.
It didn't. Yeah. She got it first try. No. Come on, Sonny.
She might have tried her birthday first, and it just happened to be the right one.
I find that
hard. Or she knows it. You know, maybe Sonny does tell them at a certain age.
I feel like he'd buy them their own gun without a serial number and a safe, but I don't think he would tell them his.
Yeah.
That just doesn't make much sense to me. I feel like if you needed a gun, you're going to come to my house, not say anything to me, go into my safe and take it? No.
Yeah,
so she didn't call first and be like, hey, Dad, I need this gun, because he had told her no.
Well, and that's what did Hulu say something about, like, Kristina goes to Jason? No, we didn't know that. You know, she called, she's like, can you come and help me? I like that Jason has the personality. You know, he walks in and he's like, so glad to see you. I know that your dad's been keeping me up to date, but it's nice to see you in person. How are you doing? 3 years ago, he would have walked in and not said a single thing.
Yeah. I was disappointed, though, by how recovered they are making Kristina already from the pregnancy. Yeah. Yes. She's back in her skinny jeans. Her shirt is like a tiny bit oversized. She has no chest. Like, if you just had a baby, you have to go through that whole
they can stop that, though, from happening. They can stop from the milk. They can stop the milk from coming in.
When she's that far along? I didn't know that. Okay.
I thought it was I think it's after birth.
Oh, okay. Well, look at that. We are educational today. I did not know that.
To prevent your body naturally producing breast milk after the birth of your baby, we can prescribe you a drug called cabergoline. It works by stopping your body's production of prolactin.
Okay. Well, then that makes sense. But
she should be having discomfort still. She should probably still be having some swelling. They should still probably be having her do some, I don't want to say binding, but, you know, I mean, it's when you want to stop, you have to do certain things. Yeah.
Right.
I know that for a reason because of another show, and I can't remember what. It was probably like Grey's Anatomy or something, because I remember there was a reason why they had to do it, but not whatever.
It would make sense in that horrible of a situation. If you could avoid having to deal with all that, that would be nice. Right.
But she should not be driving. That was the first thing I thought when she grabbed the keys. I'm like, you are not cleared to drive, and you are not going to want to.
Right.
There's a reason wwhy your mom is driving you everywhere. This is going to hurt. Tell me a guy wrote that scene without telling me a guy wrote that scene.
True. They don't have as many restrictions on that as they used to, though. I swear, like, when I had Matt, it was like weeks. They were like, do not drive. And when I had Madeline, they were like, whenever you feel up to it.
Did you have a C-section?
I did not. That is true.
The C-section is what makes it longer, because I think it was 2 weeks when I had the kids, but I think with a C-section, it's longer. Driving after C-section. Here we go.
Anyone listening is going to be like, they did not even talk about the podcast. They just quoted ridiculous medical things.
Oh, now it's up to 2 weeks after a C-section. Okay.
So, but yeah, she should not have looked that together, especially with her mental state and everything else she had been through. Like, not only did you just have a baby, you just fell through a window. Come on.
Right.
Just has that one little scratch on her head. And besides that, she's perfect physical health.
Oh, I'm sorry. I just got stuck on there's actually it's through the La Leche League, lactation after loss. It goes through. Okay, let's just say it's 50-50. So let's just say that they gave her the 50 where she's not dealing with that.
Okay.
But it would actually make more sense, because I'm sorry, she should also be way more hormonal.
Yes.
I mean, okay, so first and foremost, everyone does things differently. So everyone's bodies are different. Everyone reacts differently. But on top of all the things.
Right.
Like, it's understandable if she's. Because we didn't even see her. We saw her flip when Jagger was saying, like, your dad is why your baby's dead. You're wanting to protect him is why your baby died. And she just, like, stopped and focused and was like, nope, you're not doing this to me.
Mm-hmm.
But she had been crying. So maybe that is her. Maybe that is the hormones. Maybe she's like, Yeah, no, this is just happening. I don't know.
I don't know. I just feel like they have her just a little bit too much put together. But then,
I just hope nobody writes in and correct. I mean, okay, so just leaving this out there with the breast milk one last time. It appears to be 50-50. Both answers are out there.
I feel like in Kristina's circumstances, because she was so attached to that baby and because she wanted to experience everything that she could, that if they would have offered her, now maybe they just give it to you like through an IV or something and you don't know, but if they would have offered her a medication to stop that she would not have taken it.
She was not awake.
Okay, well, I don't know when it needs to be administered.
Well, but that's what I'm wondering is, would they have just, where they didn't know where she would wake up, when she would wake up, would they have just
maybe
done it?
Right.
To help
the healing process.
The healing. Yeah.
Right. Maybe.
I don't know. If someone does want to write in and share that with us, just please don't tear me apart about
yeah, right. I think our listeners know that we always try to be sensitive to the fact that we don't know everything, although we have had children. It has been quite some time. And we have
things apparently change.
And we have not ever fallen through a window and then had to have a C-section. So I'm not exactly sure how that all works. I'm just saying it seems like in her mental state that she would not be that put together.
Yes.
So that is where I'm at. But I mean, good for you if you are, because I did not look like that a week or so after birth with my children.
She was also very fit.
Yes.
So, but also they do now have like the super cute like jeans,
but again,
that are like nice in compression, but it wouldn't on her stomach.
And not when she had a C-section. Like
that's what I was just saying. Like you wouldn't have that on your stomach. Yeah.
Like I 100% believe that the reason that I went right back to being skinny after having Matt is because I refused to understand that you may not. And so I squeezed my squishy belly back into my super skinny jeans, like leaving the hospital, and continued to wear those. And then my body went right back to pretty much how it looked beforehand. Again, I was just freshly 18. So your body does things differently at 18 than it does nowadays. But like seeing all those things on the market that like bind everything back together and stuff that you can buy postpartum, if you're laying in a hospital bed after a C-section and falling through a window, they're not putting those on you.
No.
So
I stopped myself. I said, nope, not on your stomach. Yeah, I don't know.
So I didn't mean to dwell on it that much. I just meant that.
No, it's
like Jason comes in and
things that we think about.
Hi, like everything's fine physically, and you're like, nope.
But some women really do go back that quickly.
I know.
It's like they never.
Yeah, it's not fair. But good for you if you were one of them. So, but yeah, I thought it was odd that she also knew the combination like instantly, because I didn't feel like Sonny would give that to her. And then. Oh, I guess she did hear him. I guess she did hear Jagger say, I have to pick up my next suspect at the Quartermaines, because I was thinking for a minute, like, how did she even know where she was going to go? But she did hear him say that.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted Jagger to get struck by lightning. That's what I wanted to happen. Like when they were standing there, so he knocks on the door of the boathouse and is like, Sonny, I know you're in there. And then Sonny does come out and is like, you're going to see what I'm really about. And they fight. And Jagger tries to pretend like he has backup, and Sonny totally calls him out on, oh no, you wanted to do this by yourself. There's nobody around here. And as they were standing there having that conversation, the storm is just getting worse and worse. And I'm like, please just strike him with lightning and make it seem like, how would Sonny have planned that? But was Sonny going to kill him? Like, how did Sonny summon the lightning? He couldn't have. So he didn't do anything.
I wish they'd been talking up the storm a little bit more earlier in the week. Like leading up to it, and like, it's just raining today, but I hear that's going to get worse later on in the week, all that. There could have been more buildup. It was like we had two lines about a storm. It was Portia said something, and then Anna said something about a storm's rolling in. I'm going to have limited resources. But that actually, so I was also confused so we see John go to the Quartermaines, and
he doesn't go into the Quartermaines. He goes right to the boathouse. Did they say
no, but he went to the Quartermaines, but he went to the boathouse. Is yelling for Sonny.
Did they say meet at the boathouse?
No.
Okay. I thought maybe I
No,
missed that because I was like, how did he know Sonny was going to be at the boathouse?
that I don't know. If you missed it, I mean, I missed it too.
Okay.
But yeah, he went to the boathouse, starts yelling, Sonny, come out. They're playing hide and seek. John doesn't have a gun. John didn't think to have his hand on a gun.
Or just like none on him, that when Sonny pulled his, he went to pull his too.
Right. Because then that would have been interesting. Oh, hold it. Okay. I don't want Sonny to die, but John raises his gun. The gun gets struck by lightning.
Ooh.
It pulls his finger, which shoots it off, which shoots Sonny like in the shoulder. But then Sonny shoots him
in self-defense. Yes.
But then that did not happen. I like that, man.
Yeah.
Seriously, come on.
That would have been good.
That was a really good idea. I like that lightning striking him.
I really did.
Mm-hmm. But then, so Sonny shoots him straight in the chest. And why was he not wearing a bulletproof vest?
Right?
All these things that a federal agent's not doing.
Right. Because he's just so cocky.
Yeah, but cockiness often leads to stupidity.
Yeah, that's true. I don't know.
But I don't feel like it would lead. I don't know. I feel like if you were taking down a guy that you think does all these horrible things, which...
Oh my God, he had to talk about Karen again.
And I'm sorry. Okay. Karen was underage. So yes, her working in the strip club underage is against the law. The drugs things also against the law. I don't think the statute of limitations holds for 30 years though.
No.
So where was he? What was he actually going to convict him of?
And why didn't he? Because he wanted Sonny to say everything that he's ever done, even if it was something last week, because then he could convict him on it. But where has he been all of this time? Like, if your goal was to get Sonny, he became a cop before they left Port Charles, right?
Yeah.
So why would he not have been collecting evidence on the side from... They went to Chicago for Karen to be a doctor, right? That was the original plan. I'm pretty sure. Anyway, so while he was in Chicago being a cop there, why would he not have been collecting information on the side and come back in 3 years to take Sonny down, 5 years to take Sonny down? Like something. You waited 30 years and your biggest complaint is still this crap about Karen, who you cheated on. Ugh.
Him cheating on her doesn't mean that he didn't love her, though. Okay. But I mean, it didn't mean that he didn't care about what was happening to her. The difference is that he cheated on her after she had already gotten past way past all the stuff with Sonny. Like the two are not together. He did not lose Karen because he did not wind up cheating on her because she was so far gone into the drug and strip club world that he had no quote unquote choice. They had nothing to do with each other. They were in two different worlds. They were even two different actresses. But they were on two different shows, too.
Right. Exactly.
It wasn't even General Hospital. It's like if Sam suddenly starts having these things with Libby Locke. It was fine when we did that transition over when we had he looks like Caleb Morley,
Yes.
But we let that go.
Right.
But yeah, I mean, it's... But then Sonny goes over and shoots him a second time.
Yeah, I was shocked at that. I really was.
The
first time I was like, okay. But when he did it the second time, I was like, oh, okay. You're...
Yeah.
He shot him in the head. Not even mad that you killed him. It's just mad, like, now you left 2 bullets of evidence. Like, stop.
But seriously, what? I just hate, there was absolutely no reason to bring Jagger back, period. There was no reason to kill him like this. There was no reason. Now, his poor son, what the heck?
Well, it's going to be something like Kristina actually fired the first shot or something.
I was wondering about that.
It's going to have to be. Because now they're going to be like, what do? We pulled the bullets from him and they're from 2 different guns.
Oh, okay.
Who actually killed him.
Okay.
But even then, I don't understand the point of it. I still don't understand.
Well, it's still Sonny's gun.
Right. True. Sonny's like, I hated Jagger so much. I brought 2 guns with me and shot him once from each.
Yep. I He did tell him, I warned you and you were so stuck on this thing with Karen and you didn't listen.
Yeah.
He's like, you can come after me all you want. You do not go after my kids. And the second you arrested Kristina, he didn't let him go on the first time.
Right. And he was even letting it like move forward until you're trying to charge her with the death of her own baby. Like you've gone too far.
Well, and now what's going to happen to Ava, because we find out that Agent Boyle is not really an agent because she has too cute of shoes.
I loved it. She's like, yeah, agents don't usually have too low shoes. And what was the other thing?
Her glasses, her sunglasses.
Oh yeah, she looked in the purse and found a bunch of money, and then also the glasses, and was like, yeah. They don't have glasses like these.
No.
And then why did she even get in the car with her then? Like, you were at a hotel. When you walked through the lobby, they didn't show us that, but when you walked through the lobby to get to the car, wouldn't you be like, no, I'm not going with you?
Yep.
Not get in a car and then be like, oh man, we're going to the Pine Barrens. Like, that's the only place we ever kill anyone. And why are they reenacting basically the exact same scene of we're in the Pine Barrens, I grab the steering wheel, you swerve, oh, now we hit somebody.
Right. Is that
those Luckies, the guy that got free because of Lucky? Yeah.
But the woman said that it's because... So Ava was trying to negotiate with her, and she's like, seriously, just take me to a bank. Don't take me to the Pine Barrens. Just take me to a bank. I have Cassadine money. I have Jerome money. I can pay you more. And she's like, well, Agent Cates has stuff on me. And if I do this, it all goes away. Well, what's going to happen now?
Well, I wanted her to say, are you sure that you wouldn't just rather more money from me and then you could disappear? Because Agent Cates made this deal with this guy, Jason, I know. And then even whenever everything was said and done, he didn't follow through. So you're in just as bad of a position because Cates says he'll lose that evidence against you. But how do you know he's not just going to pin this on top of that and be like, oh, now you're guilty of two things?
Yeah. Yeah.
Come on, Ava, think.
I like that.
But now, so is the guy that Lucky helped escape going to be dead? The doctor? I don't remember if they said his name or not, because that's just so.
They did. They finally said it. Hold it. They said it at the end on Friday. The bald-headed dude, because my notes are great right now. They're the doctor and the bald-headed guy.
But I understand what you're saying.
The bald guy and the doctor, or the doctor then the bald guy. But he said something about, the doctor. Oh, goodness gracious, I'm tired.
Yes.
He said something about, the doctor, and then he said his name's Isaiah.
Okay.
Where is it? They said it on Friday. He said it was the guards threw Lucky in a chair. A bald guy comes in, asks Lucky how long he's been working with the doctor. And then he mentioned, then he said something, because I just wrote the note, now mentioned to be Isaiah.
Okay.
So basically the stuff with Lucky, though, is they just stayed in that cell.
Well, he's got a good poker face, though, because he was like, I don't know that guy. I just go where the money is.
Oh, when he told the guy about his interview, or he did his interview, he said that he took out a bunch of guards, and then the guy was like, well, what's your name? He's like, just call me Lucky. I'm like, yes. So, but then...
Do you want to go on about how much you love him a few more times?
Yes. Let's start that now. But... he talks about basically a lot of the stuff that we've been kind of hearing about. He's been doing humanitarian work, and then he's been helping. It sounds like he's been doing a little bit of this side dealings of, maybe some not so good stuff. And the guy comes in and gives him a gun and says, and because they're like, oh, bring in the doctor. He has a scratch or whatever, bring in the doctor. And he's like, well, here, kill him. And then Lucky pulls the trigger and says it's because he knew that the gun was too light.
Yeah.
I Googled that. No.
Oh, man, because I was with him, because he was holding it as he was talking. And I was like, it's too late. And then he shot him. And I was like, see, it's too late.
Maybe he could feel, I don't know. But if it was a bigger gun, but a handgun, no.
Well, even, would you say his name was, what? Blah, blah.
Isaiah.
Thank you. I don't know why I couldn't say that. He even said, the difference of how much one bullet would weigh. Like, I understand if the whole clip wasn't filled, but there could have been one bullet. And I was like, yeah, that's true. Like, I've held bullets. One bullet does not weigh that much that you would know the ounces of a gun.
I was thinking if maybe he was, I don't know. I'm trying to think. because I'm aware when there's bullets in the gun. So I've never thought can I feel like a shake? Can I hear like a little rattling? Like, is there?
Don't put that up to your ear.
No. But you know what I mean? It's like we're recording so late that my sleep just went on. Hold on a second.
Aw. My
sleep mode. So you just went into black and white. It's the Lucy Show. That was like Pee Wee Herman meets Desi Arnaz. I'm sorry. All right. Man. So anyway, then we find out that Lucky and this guy know each other, except for the guy punched him in the face. And he's like, well, that's what you get for almost shooting me in the head. And then they just go back and forth a lot talking about, Lucky's like been helping mercenaries and doctors and patients and war zones and stuff like that. And apparently this doctor dude has been there for a lot of it. I mean, obviously we don't know a lot about it, but then finally the doctor says that he talked to Sidwell or Sitwell. I don't know if it's T or D. And basically nothing's wrong with him, but he gave him a whole list of stuff that's wrong with him. And, but we don't have the right kind of equipment, so I have to go get it. And so Lucky thinks that he's going with him. And oh no, he's not. Right. But then he gives Isaiah the gun and says, you need to get out of here. You need to go to Port Charles. You need to go to the States. You need to get some people. What did he say? Preferably with 3 letters or something. And Isaiah's like, the CIA? He's like, no, the WSB. They owe my family. Yes. So then we see Isaiah land in Port Charles, and then we see him running on the road because that's just what we do. Right. At night, we don't bother to pay attention to headlights coming. Nope. But then Ava, in the same time, Ava is grabbing the steering wheel from Agent Boyle, and that's where we ended on that. Yep. But then we saw Lucky playing poker with the bald dude. Yep. And he said he wasn't lucky in love, but he's lucky at cards. I mean, there was a lot with that. Oh, and then the boring stuff where we saw Portia and Curtis talking about what Portia thinks that Curtis is just going to take over Aurora when Michael is still there. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, Drew was the CEO, is the CEO. I don't think it's out of question, but I feel like the way that they set it up just means that it's not going to happen. And it's going to be like, well, right. Michael's going to be CEO because Michael has been CEO. And that whole scene was just awkward. They were like, oh, you're off? You don't have to go to work. Neither do I. Gee, I wonder what we're going to do. And then they were all sit on a bench and talk. It was like, what? Stop. Just stop. Oh, I'm sorry. Michael is CEO of the digital division, but then Curtis is already CEO of health and wellness. So I guess that he's just taking over Drew's in general. But health and wellness hasn't even really started yet. So he could just not focus on health and wellness right now and take over Drew's position. Apparently it has. Apparently Curtis has been busy. No, he hasn't. I've seen him. But doing both. He's been doing both. I did like that Curtis stopped Portia from giving him medical information about Heather Weber. Right? He's like, wait, you can't tell me this. And she's like, well, I can tell you. And then why is everyone like fast forwarding their relationships with people this week? Because Portia goes, well, I can tell you who she got as a new attorney, and it's someone we both know. No, you don't. Right. You met him one time at a funeral. Right. Both know of. Yes. Both right. Know. No. You might be familiar with who they are. Right. Rick Lansing, Molly's dad. Don't really into this. She has nothing to do with that. She was born. That's it. Yeah. And then she did something else early. Oh, she took Heather's blood and she tries telling Heather that she has self-control, unlike her. And Heather's like, I'm trying to tell you, I did not have control. Right. Like, I'm telling you, I didn't. Right. It wasn't really my fault. Oh, that was it. She complained to, who did she complain to? Was it Liz? Liz was spending time with Heather. She offered to get her Jello. Well, she didn't offer to get her Jello. Heather wanted Jello. And she's like, this is not a 5-star restaurant.
Right. And then Portia asked, oh, what's her name? Deanne to go take the blood. And she was like, well, I will whenever Liz relieves me. And then Portia got all mad. And that's whenever she like stormed in and was like, I'll take her blood.
But then later on, like before she and Curtis realized they were going to have 5 minutes together, she said that, and Laura's still not taking this Heather thing seriously. Oh my goodness gracious. How many times do we have to tell you, Portia?
Right. So ridiculous.
I did like her compassion to Alexis, though.
Yes.
That was good. I'm skimming. I don't really think that there was.
I was gonna say, I think we hit everything. Some stuff in over depth. My apologies to those listening that weren't sleep deprived as we recorded.
I know.
Might have got off on a few tangents.
The one thing we did not talk about from Monday that I don't understand why it was even there, and it's a completely useless storyline, so let's just end it. Okay. Lois walks in on Gio practicing his violin and asks him as a sound connoisseur if her voice annoys him.
No.
And then she calls a dialect coach.
Yeah, that's stupid. Stupid.
They are not changing Lois's voice.
Mad. I was so mad. That'd be like taking her nails off. No.
It would make more sense to take her nails off because it's not something that she's not Eliza Doolittle.
I love you and your nerddom.
But yeah, let's just not let it happen. Doesn't have to happen.
Right. Reality check.
So have you hired a dialect coach this week?
I have not. I did get an odd job offer though. Yeah.
Okay.
So I've been applying for different work from home positions. So my resume is out on Indeed and all those things that you do to try to find a job. And so I got an email and this woman was like, I saw your resume and I think you would be a wonderful fit. Here's the job position, all the details, blah, blah, blah. Please let me know if you would be interested in being a boot officer.
A boot officer?
Mm-hmm. Do you know what that is?
Nope, not a clue.
Okay, good. Because I had no idea either. And I'm like, I feel really dumb. Thank God it was an email, not a phone call. Because if I would have answered it and should have said that to me, I'd have been like, oh, what? It is the person who puts boots on the cars whenever you haven't paid your ticket.
Is it car? Like, is it the boots? Okay.
Yes. They are called boot officers, apparently. And so you have to put the boots on people's cars whenever you find them and they are doing bad things, illegal things. And then when they find that there's a boot on their car and they need to pay whatever fine, you like take their money and earn all nice or whatever. I feel like it might be a little dangerous, so it's not a position that I'm interested in, but I also thought that would be so fun and I would have some really good stories every week.
So, but my thing is that really that high of a demand? I feel like I only see boots every now and again.
I don't know, but it's a Monday through Friday, 9:30 to 6 o'clock position. So apparently there's need for something.
Okay.
But yeah.
When you said that, I'm like, is she inspecting boots? And then I was like, maybe it's the car boots. Interesting.
Yep. Boot.
No, I kind of feel like that's almost like a repo type of thing too.
Right.
Like that'd be dangerous to do by yourself.
That's what I was thinking. Of course, I don't know if you're technically by yourself. I guess I could have inquired, like, do you work 2 people? Do you have any type of protection? It is daylight hours, but it is downtown.
But still
bad things can happen during the daylight. But yeah, I did not know what a boot officer was. It was never a career choice I had ever thought of. And when I got the email, I was like, sounds very interesting. I would have really good stories.
I'm more curious what's in your resume that made her think that was a good idea for you.
I have no idea because my resume is all customer service and childcare. And like my introduction, I try to like spin it so that it makes sense. Like you may think that these 2 careers have nothing to do with each other, but that's not true because whenever you deal with kids, you have to like de-escalate the situation and come to a resolution and blah, blah, blah. It is very much like customer service where you have to listen and try not to get emotionally involved and figure out what's going on, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
So like, that's really all that it is. And it does like my degree that I was going to get was for business management. I had taken a bunch of criminal justice classes when I first started, but like that's not on there. So as much as it says like in the not requirements, but like this would be a good fit for, it says all these criminal justice things. And I'm like, yeah, but you don't know that I have any background in any of that stuff. So why would you pick me? Maybe they're just desperate for people. I have no idea. But I just thought it was really
like, I'm not trying to be rude, but like maybe it is just one of those, we're going to email everybody from LinkedIn. But that does make sense too about if you have criminal justice in there, because I was a dual psych business major until my junior year.
Okay.
So yeah, all that stuff's off. But like when I was doing those kind of job searches, I would get more mental health, behavioral health type of inquiries also, because even though I didn't complete my last year, so that makes sense that I just didn't finish it. I had a good reason. But
no, I do not take it as an offensive statement that perhaps they just emailed everyone in the Pittsburgh area that has a resume out. I don't know. I mean, there is the aspect of cash handling and like reconciling the books and stuff that this person paid. So let's not boot their car again. So it makes sense like for that, but the rest of my resume doesn't support it. But yeah, I just thought it was really funny. Like, I'm an officer. I'm a boot officer.
I do bet that it is the criminal justice stuff, though, might be what triggered the...
But it's not on... No, that's what I'm saying. It's not on there.
Oh, why did I think you said that you would see it on there, but it
would have been all of the business stuff. So...
Oh.
But anyway, how about you? Did you get any interesting job offers or anything this week? Or did you hire a dialect coach?
No, I did not hire a dialect coach. My job is always interesting. So there's that.
That's true.
It's always changing, always meeting new people. And the kids started both of their last days of school on Monday. And my best friend's house closed today, but we had our last day on Tuesday. So I've been emotionally drained all week.
Yeah.
But I had 2 closings this week, and then I had 1 listing go in, and I'm very thankful that it's Labor Day weekend and I have a couple days off.
Yes. And I think as much as my not thinking, I don't even want to say not planning, because I just did not think about it. Not so much that I wasn't planning this for weeks, but I think
you just want to put me in the plan. It's okay.
It worked. Yes. I just make Shanna do everything plan wise, but I think it worked out well then that now like, not that editing is not an extreme job that I would not want, but other than editing, you don't have to worry about anything else.
Nope.
Hopefully everyone else will be listening to this on Labor Day. So hopefully everyone else is having a great Labor Day too.
Yes. So join us on Thursday as we talk about Lucky Spencer.
Everyone is going to have that sound of your voice like committed to memory, because it totally changes when you're like, Lucky. I love him.
Lucky.
So have a good week.
And we'll meet you at the pier.
Bye.
Bye.
If you enjoyed today's show, we invite you to go to pier54podcast.com to subscribe on your favorite platform. Don't forget to leave us a review.
And you can also follow us on many social media channels. Just search for Pier 54 Podcast. Also, we are not perfect, so if there is something that we missed or messed up, just let us know by emailing us at pier54podcast@gmail.com.
LifeLock, how can I help?
The IRS said I
filed my return,
but I haven't.
1 in 4 tax-paying Americans has paid the price of identity fraud.
What do I do?
My refund, though. I'm freaking out.
Don't worry, I can fix this.
LifeLock fixes identity theft guaranteed and gets your money back with up to $3 million in coverage.
I'm so relieved.
No problem. I'll be with you every step of the way.
1 in 4 was a fraud-paying American. Not anymore. Save up to 40% your first year. Visit LifeLock.com/podcast. Terms apply.